This is a Traditions red dot scope. I believe this one's a 30 millimeter. This is your, to shut it off, you put it on 0, and then it's got 1 through 11 for your brightnesses. Now, Traditions is typically a black powder or muzzle loading manufacturer. And this is one of those cases where Traditions did not make this. You know, they farmed it out, another company made it, and they put their logo on there. It could be made by BSA, could be Tasco, could be Barska. It's tough to say. They all kind of look the same. It's just a different name on the side. These run right around 30 bucks, 35, depending on where you go. So we're kind of doing more review on this price point of red dot scope because the name on the side doesn't really matter. Now, if this was a Bushnell or a Tasco Pro Point or something like that, you know, it'd be close to that $100 mark. So any of your $30 to say $39 red dots kind of go on the same review here. It is a standard. Let's see if we can get it to show up in there. Should be able to see it there. That's on its brightest. I want to say this is a 5 MOA dot. It could be a 3, but usually your cheaper scopes are a 5. And with a red dot, it's not a big deal because you don't need to get down to like 1 MOA or anything like that because you're not going to be shooting 100 yards, you know, the red dot. Red dots are designed for, you know, 30 yards and less, we'll say. I put this on a Charger 22. 2 reasons. 1, I had it laying around, and 2, for just a little plinking 22 that I use for, you know, plinking cans and whatnot, or squirrel, rabbits. I don't need a $100, $200 scope. I just need something for some kind of optic. I've had this for probably about 5 years, maybe even more than that. Never had an issue with it. These might even still be the same batteries in here. So it's very good on batteries. Takes the standard CR 2032s, which is typical for most of your red dots. This is your windage and elevation adjustments. They don't list on here like most of them do, where, you know, one click as 1 inch, or was it? One click is a 1/4 inch at 100 yards. Most of your red dots won't list that just because you're not sighting them in at 100 yards, and you're not going for really pinpoint accuracy. You're going for, you know, maybe a 2-inch group at 30 yards versus doing a 2-inch or 1-inch group at 100 yards. But don't hesitate if you're just setting up a plinking gun, or maybe you got a handgun that you're going to put a red dot on, or a shotgun. Try out some of these cheaper ones. They're not as bad. Now 15, 20 years ago, I wouldn't buy a red dot that was under $100 at all, because it would have just been throwing money away. But now, where technology is kind of gotten cheaper, you know, it's kind of old technology nowadays. For that $30 to $40 price point, you can get a decent little red dot.